Hello, and welcome to Moral Story English. I'm so glad you could join me today. We have a very special story for you, one that will warm your heart and remind you of the magic of kindness. Today's tale is called The Orphan and the Angel. Are you ready? Let's begin. Once upon a time, nestled in a tiny cottage on the edge of a deep green forest, lived a little girl named Lena. Lena was an orphan, and she was very much alone in the big, wide world. She had no family to tuck her into bed at night or to share her simple meals with. Her only companions were the rustling leaves of the trees and the gentle chirping of the crickets. Every single night, without fail, Lena would kneel by her small window, look up at the twinkling stars, and whisper a heartfelt prayer. She didn't ask for toys or treats. All she wished for was someone to love her, someone to hold her hand and tell her that everything would be all right. Her small heart yearned for the warmth of family and the comfort of belonging. One evening, a fierce winter storm began to rage. The wind howled like a hungry wolf, and icy rain lashed against her little cottage. Lena was huddled by her small fireplace, trying to stay warm, when she heard a faint, desperate tapping at her door. Tap, tap, tap. It was so quiet she almost missed it. Curious and a little bit scared, she slowly opened the door just a crack. There on her doorstep, trembling in the cold and wet, was a tiny bird. One of its delicate wings was bent at an odd angle, and it looked up at her with frightened, beady eyes. Lena's heart immediately went out to the little creature. "Oh, you poor thing," she whispered softly, her voice filled with compassion. "You're hurt and you must be so cold. Don't worry, I'll take care of you." Gently, she scooped the bird into her hands and brought it inside. She carefully cleaned its wound and wrapped it in a small piece of cloth to keep it snug. Using a little dropper, she gave it sips of fresh water and placed a few breadcrumbs nearby. She made a cozy nest for the bird in a small box and placed it right next to the warm fireplace. For the next few days, Lena dedicated herself to nursing the little bird back to health. She shared her meager food, sang it soft lullabies, and told it all her secrets. The bird, in return, seemed to listen, chirping softly as if to understand her loneliness. It was the first time Lena felt she had a real friend. Slowly but surely, the bird's wing healed. It began to hop around the cottage and would even perch on her shoulder. One bright morning, the bird flew to the open window, turned to Lena, and chirped a beautiful, melodic song, as if to say thank you. Then, with a strong flap of its wings, it soared into the clear blue sky and disappeared. Lena felt a pang of sadness watching it go, but she was also happy that her friend was free and well. That very night, Lena had the most extraordinary dream. She dreamt she was in a garden filled with glowing flowers, and standing before her was a magnificent angel. The angel's wings were as white as freshly fallen snow, and a gentle, loving light radiated from its entire being. The angel smiled warmly at Lena, and spoke in a voice that sounded like wind chimes and flowing water. "Dear Lena," the angel said, "I have seen your heart. You have so little, yet you gave everything you had to help a creature in need. You showed pure love and kindness when you felt most alone. Because of your selfless heart, you will never be alone again. Your kindness has created a light that will always surround you." When Lena woke up the next morning, the dream felt so real, so vivid. She sat up in her bed, and something caught her eye. Lying on her pillow, right where her head had been, was a single, shimmering golden feather. It glowed with a soft, warm light, just like the light from the angel in her dream. She picked it up, and a feeling of immense peace and happiness washed over her, a feeling she had never known before. From that day forward, Lena's life was transformed. She was never truly alone again. Kind travelers would stop by her cottage. A friendly baker from the nearby village began leaving fresh bread on her doorstep, and soon, A loving family who had always wanted a daughter found her and adopted her as their own. Lena's life was filled with the love, joy, and belonging she had always prayed for, and she always kept the golden feather as a reminder that kindness, no matter how small, is a powerful magic. And the moral of this story is a simple but beautiful one. When you give love and kindness freely, especially when you have little to give, blessings will always find their way back to you. Your good heart is the greatest treasure you will ever possess. Thank you so much for listening to The Orphan and the Angel here on Moral Story English. I hope it brought a little light to your day. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more simple and inspiring English stories. We can't wait to see you again next time. Bye for now.